good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the European Higher Education Fair 2023 Study in Europe talk show series. My name is Ginta Sally. I am part of the organizing team, and it's my pleasure to be your moderator in Auditorium 2 today. When you're considering studying in Europe, particularly outside of Indonesia, of course, you need to meet the requirement from the English proficiency level, and also both beneficial and sometimes mandatory to be proficient in foreign languages alongside your native tongue. This skill invaluable for cultural integration, social engagement, and most importantly, your academic success. If you're thinking about Spain, Germany, or Austria as your study destinations, we have guest speakers from Campus Spain, Goethe-Institut, and also USD to enlighten us. Of course, we will provide you with an opportunity to ask questions during the Q&A sessions later. Simply drop your question in the chat session. Okay, but do not forget, you can also visit the virtual booth today until 6 p.m. And there are more than 80 virtual booths from the universities, country representative, and also the language institutions. Okay, without further ado, I would like to introduce our speakers for today. The first is from Campus Spain, Mr. Alberto Dominguez Cordoba, and the second one is from Goethe-Institut with Mr. Philip Carr, and last but not least from the USD Austria, Österreichisches Sprachdiplom Deutsch, Mr. Jakob Pringel. How are you guys? Good morning.
Yeah, hi.
Hi,
Nice
good
to be
morning,
here.
Jakob,
Yeah,
Philip, and
hello.
also Alberto.
Hello,
Well,
nice to meet you. Hello, thank you for the introduction.
yes, of course, it's our pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us today. I bet it's a kind of like early morning there, maybe.
I'm actually not in Spain, so for me it's not the case.
Okay, thank you, Alberto.
I'm in Jakarta, so it's
Oh,
the
Philip also in Jakarta. And how about you, Jakob?
Yeah, I'm also in Jakarta, so it's
Oh,
okay.
all right. Okay, thank you.
In the afternoon, yeah.
All right, thank you
Yeah.
so much. So, like I mentioned earlier, like people also want to know about the language that they have to require when in terms to study in German, Spain, and also in Austria. So today, our audience would like to know more about the programs that you have at your language institution. Of course, learning the language for the study destination can be very crucial for international students. Maybe you can help us to explain the key feature and benefits of your language preparation programs, especially at the Campus Spain, Goethe-Institut, and also USD, and how you can help our students, the international students, prepare for their academic journey. So we would like to hear the first from Alberto. Please, Alberto, the floor is yours.
Well, hello, my name is Alberto. I'm here representing Campus Spain. Thank you very much for the introduction, Sally. It's been a pleasure to participate here. So from our side, Campus Spain, of course, we believe language is a very important key for higher education studies in Spain. Most of the programs in most of the universities in Spain will be Spanish taught programs. English is not a very used language in Spanish. We have to bear in mind when we go to Spain to take university studies abroad. So again, language is a key feature for any student that wants to move to Spain to take university studies abroad. Most of the universities in Spain will require a B1 level of Spanish language. Okay. This is an intermediate level. It's a very easy to access level. It's not like you have to be studying Spanish for years and years to be able to have this language. So again, it's a very acquisible language. Some of the universities might ask for the B2, but this is not the most common thing. Again, B1 is the minimum required for most of the universities and most of the students. How can students achieve a B1 level of a Spanish language if they haven't studied the Spanish before? So Campus Spain helps international students to do that. We have developed our foundation program, a pathway program in Spain, while so it will take the first year in Spain when they move abroad. And there they will be studying the language alongside doing a lot of cultural activities and doing, obviously, the preparation for the admission of the desired university studies. During this pathway program, again, we have developed this program with a university in Spain, which is the University of Vigo. This is a public university of Spain, very recognized one as well. So there the teachers will be teaching the Spanish language to the students. We will divide all the classes depending on the level. If some students have some previous level of Spanish, they can start with this previous level already. They don't have to start from zero as well. And we have two annual intakes. We can start in September, or we can start in January. So from September, it will last for 1 academic year until June. This is the typical academic year that most of the universities will follow in Spain as well. We have another option, which is a semester option as well, that will start in January and will last until July. And again, these both intakes will prepare students to achieve the fluency needed in Spanish language to be able to pursue university studies in Spanish language.
All right. Thank you so much, Alberto. So there is a certain course period that you are open for the enrollment, either in January until July. Yeah.
Correct.
All right. Okay. How about the Goethe-Institut? Maybe Philip, Carl, can you share with us on how your programs can help for international students, especially for Indonesian? Please.
Of course. Thank you very much. My name is Philip Kahl. I'm the head of languages and language courses and exams at the Goethe-Institut in Jakarta. We've got schools in here in Jakarta, but also in Bandung, and our partners, the Wismar German in Surabaya, also offer language courses and exams. The Goethe-Institut, as many might already know, is the official cultural institute of Germany. And we have schools all over, not just schools, we have the institutes all over the world in 98 countries. We are also always trying to improve the way we teach and train our teachers to make the most up-to-date form of teaching and keep it interesting, because German, in comparison to Spanish, I think is not as in many countries not as popular to learn, because it's a bit harder in the beginning than Spanish. But I actually personally think when it comes to the grammar and later on, Spanish also gets quite complex. Maybe past B1 gets really hard. I felt, but maybe it's me personally failing at languages. So I second everything that Alberto previously said in terms of preparing our students for pursuing a study career, maybe in Germany, also vocational training or other things. But we offer courses on all levels up to C2. For entering the university, sadly, in Germany, most of the time you need B2 level minimum. Some universities, depending on what you study, it requires B1. And then at the application process, but then when you're in Germany, you might have to proceed with your language training and pass the B2 level later on. We offer courses in Jakarta and Bandung. I know the program a little better than in Surabaya, but it's similar in Surabaya. Every 2 months you can start studying with us. There's different paces as well. We have just in Jakarta we have about 1,000 students at the same time, and we just started our new term with over 100 different classes. So I hope that we have something for everybody, online or offline, in Jakarta, Bandung, or Surabaya. And it takes, depending on the intensity of the course that you choose, it takes between 6 months and 2 years to reach level B1. So if you're we have a lot of students who still finish their high school and they already start studying 2 or 3 times a week with us, and then they finish their B1 level within 2 years. Or we have some people after high school who just focus on learning the language for a few months, and within a year they can reach a level B2 if they dedicate every day to studying German, which is quite a feast. The advantage, of course, is that studying in Germany in most universities is for free. So investing in the language beforehand is probably worthwhile. It's a bit easier than going to the US, Australia, or the UK, even though you have the language already from school. And yes, I'm sorry. And
no, continue.
Besides the language courses we have we have a library in our locations. So a lot of our students stick around and can use the library where they can prepare. We have materials also for preparation of the exams. We have special exam training courses as well, online and offline. We have the opportunity with us also to do mock exams, so you know a little better what to expect when you're doing the exam. And we offer the exams on the various levels, not just in Jakarta, Bandung, and Surabaya, but also started offering it outside in other locations in Medan, especially in Bali, in Makassar, Palembang, Semarang. And we're trying to reach our potential students of the future in their hometowns. Even if you're not studying with us in Jakarta, Bandung, or Surabaya, but with a local school, we try to come to you to offer an exam in a location a bit closer to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Billy. A lot of comprehensive explanations, but what I can see that it depends on the university that you want to apply, because there are certain level that you have to fulfill, and then of course Goethe will help of that, because you have like some kind of the exam profile, I can say, either for the academics or maybe for the vocational training or maybe the professional. And also Goethe not only in Jakarta but also the Surabaya and Bandung, and trying to spread the look about the institution around the Indonesia. Okay, thank you so much. And then
and one thing, we also encourage younger people to study German already. So if we have courses for young people starting from the age of 14. So we have a lot of students who either online or offline come once or twice a week and start studying German quite early. And then it takes about a year to pass level A1 or A2. But a lot of students find that it's a bit easier if you're already in high school and you're doing it on the side than starting afterwards, maybe.
All right. It's recommend to start early. Okay. And how about USD, Jacob? Maybe you can also add some information about your language institution, please.
Okay. Thanks for the chance to be here today.
Yes, it's a pleasure.
USD is one thing for österreichisches Sprachdiplom Deutsch. That's right. But there is also you can say like Österreich, Schweiz, Deutschland, which is Austria, Swiss, Germany, and we as USD has like that pluricentric principle, which takes all the languages and focuses on the similarities and the same things, right? So basically, yeah, USD has quite strict criteria for giving the certificate or license for being examination center. So in Jakarta, the first one which became USD examination center is Spitzenstudium in Kebonjeruk, and we have like quite high criteria also for the language and everything, and yeah, especially for the yeah, mostly it's B1 level, because yeah, in the in the German speaking countries like Austria, Swiss, and Germany, yeah, you have to have a certain level of language, which is, yeah, for Germany it's B1, for Austria actually also B1 or even B2 or C1. And the main difference might be from Germany. If you want to study in Germany, you have to visit like foundation schools, Studienkolleg, which isn't there in Austria. If you have already C1 level USD, which is, yeah, yeah, quite high, because yeah, you can directly study in Austria, and yeah, no need to go to Studienkolleg or so on. And yeah, USD also is in Jakarta. Most probably we are going to, yeah, have at the University of Yogyakarta next year.
Okay.
And most probably also in Bandung, and yeah, let's see. And yeah, also in Tangerang, which is, yeah, like for people who don't know so clear about Indonesia, this is the next city in the west from Jakarta. Yeah, so that's what we are doing. We judge people. We judge people with a German skill. Yeah, of course. Yeah, they have to have. And yeah, me as like the head of examination in Spitzenstudium for ÖSD, I can say everything which every certificate I sign and stamp, the person has skill. Yeah, and yeah, we also have quite yeah, quite narrow connection. Yeah, we are quite in contact always with the central, yeah, Pusat, yeah, with the
Pusat, yeah.
examinations, and yeah, Pusat in Austria. So they know everything, and yeah, we are quite close with them. And yeah, I can say who passes USD on any language level, we are also having until C1.
Yeah.
Jakarta, yeah. And then usually, yeah, everybody who passes any examination on a certain level has skill in that level. That's for sure what I can say.
Okay, thank you so much, Jacob. So,
Yeah,
what I would say, like, for those who choose Austria or Swiss or certain part of the German, they can use, or I mean, like, USD can help the students to get the certificate, proficiency level in term, and it requires, or it depends on the university requirement, right? Yes.
yes. There are, yeah, some just need B1, some need B2, or even, yeah, who wants to go to study for medical, yeah,
Yeah.
needs C1. That's like,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
C1 is quite highest level.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
kind of.
All right. Almost native, I can say, for the C1. Okay. And also a part of the learning language, students, international students, really curious about the culture itself. So my question is, beyond the language learning, do your institution offer the additional resources or cultural immersion activities, for example, like excursion trip, to help students fully integrate into the local society and customs, or even better, they can practice their language through the listening or speaking? for example, with the native speakers maybe. So we want to know more about that, of course, and I would like to hear more from Goethe-Institut, from Philip, please.
Yes, of course. There's as we're the official cultural institute of Germany, we don't just offer our language courses, but we also have a lot of cultural program happening at the institutes in Bandung and in Jakarta, but also our partners in Surabaya offer cultural events. We have film festivals where you can watch the latest German films. We also offer actually that in the library where you can sit and watch DVDs. They still exist.
Okay.
Watch a few movies. There's a lot of material to immerse yourself in German language and culture in the library, books and magazines and newspapers. And also music, you can borrow CDs and listen to German music. And we also offer once in a while we have events for our students where we try to organize that they either meet other classes that are at the same level at the same time, so they can practice what they've learned with other learners. We have events. There's not as many Germans in our team, but we have very well trained Indonesian colleagues who also organize conversational events for our students. And we have other departments that work very closely with other organizations to give information how to plan migrating to Germany. What is it you need, or what are your options when you get to Germany? And as Jakob mentioned earlier, we're in close contact with the Studienkolleg, because in Germany that's required to enter university. Yeah. That's if you finished high school in Indonesia, you need to do this extra step of a year of training, either in Germany or the Studienkolleg in Jakarta, to do this kind of exam that proves that you can go to Germany. And thanks for reminding me, Jakob, it's the B2 level that's required for that. But we help students to get to B2 level, and then they can apply to go to the Studienkolleg before applying for university in Germany, or to apply to a Studienkolleg in Germany with one of the universities. And in general, we just try to, as Alberto said earlier, learning a language is not just about passing the exam, but we really want people to experience the culture a bit before, and also to prepare them. We have intercultural trainings to prepare them a little better to what to expect when they get to Germany. Yes. It might be a bit of a shock.
Okay, I couldn't agree more about that too. All right.
Yes.
Okay, and of course, how about Jakob Pringle in USD, and how you have any kind of the cultural events or any kind of the program outside of the language preparation program?
Yeah, well, of course, USD itself, right? Like, well, I didn't say that yet, but USD itself doesn't offer courses, but yeah, we have like both strict rules, and yeah, Spitzenstudium could meet the requirements. So of course we are teaching also not only language, we are also cooking with the students. Yeah, we watch films, we do sports like going cycling, playing badminton, futsal, playing, and of course, in all those situations, students, are required to speak German. So they learn not only in this unnatural setting or what in the class, but they learn also in free time activity. Yeah. So yeah. And also, of course, like Philip said, not so many. There are not so many German natives. Yeah, well, very small. And I'm from Berlin. So yeah, but the colleagues here, they are all very well trained and they speak quite good German. And yeah, of course, we speak German all the time with the students, and so they practice not only in the class but also in their free time, and also we have workshops for that, how the life is in Germany, and and also that Studienkolleg help foundation school, we can offer things like that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Jacob. Yes, apart from the sport activities, the fun one, they're also able to try to practice with the staff from the USD, or maybe colleagues or friends that able to speak German, Austrian. Okay. All right. And how about Alberto in the campus Spain? Can you share with us?
So first of all, I want to clarify, Sally, one thing that I don't know if in the first question got very clear. Campus Spain is an organization. It's not the official institute for Spanish language abroad. For this, we have Instituto Cervantes. If you want to study while you are in Indonesia, you can direct to them, and they will offer plenty of courses in Spanish language. But instead, Campus Spain is an organization that helps international students to relocate to Spain to take university studies abroad. Okay, so from that point, we offer pathway programs to achieve the fluency needed in Spanish language. And of course, the main focus of these programs is to learn Spanish and to achieve the level required to access to the universities in Spain. But of course, our students are already in Spain when they are enrolled in these foundation courses. So we understand that it's not 24/7 Spanish studying. So we, of course, have much more activities for them. Actually, our pathway program is called LCA, which stands for Language, Culture, and Adaptation to University Life. With this, we want to reduce the culture shock when moving to this completely new country to the minimum. And cultural activities are the second point of this program, so are a very important part of this program. And we believe cultural immersion is a key point for any international students to feel comfortable starting a new life in the country. So our cultural activities will be varied, very varied. We will do cinema sessions, we will do excursions to different cities, we will visit different campuses in the area. So also the students can start feeling what the campus life in Spain is. We encourage every student that has been doing some sports previously to continue doing these sports in Spain as well. We will look for clubs, official clubs to join to continue doing these sports. What else? And we actually had also a program while doing the pathway program where students can team up with other native students in the university, so they can also start communicating in Spanish language, and they can easily achieve this fluency that I was telling you about before. It will be easier for them. Professors will encourage this as well, so they can also start doing friendships there. Again, culture for us is a very important feature of our program, and we will encourage any activity that will pursue that.
Okay, thank you so much for the clarification as well, Alberto. Yes, of course, like what I would say that you not only help our international students in terms of the academic environment, but also you have an additional program that related to the culture as well. And of course, you also provide the language preparation for the exam proficiency level from the Institute Cervantes, right? Okay.
Correct.
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much, Alberto. So, well, to be honest, I have so many questions from the audience. So, and it's very interesting questions. And maybe we can move into the Q&A sessions. So I have a questions from Rani, Rani in Surabaya. She's very curious on how if, in terms of the preparation language, is there any kind of like, can you share the average minimum proficiency level that will be accepted in the university, especially in Spain, Germany, and also in Austria or Swiss? And the second one, Rani as well, asking about on how, if I'm in the beginner level, is there any kind of the placement test for the language on how she can proceed into the exam proficiency level? Okay, maybe I would like to give the floor to Jacob Pringle, please.
Yeah, of course. There are like yeah, certain levels, like I said. Yeah, the minimum requirement is usually B1. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, as yeah, Philip also already said, there is like some universities require B2 or even C1, right? Yeah, that's it. So, and even, yeah, for beginner level, doesn't matter so much. Yeah, you just can learn and, yeah, you can come to, USD or yeah, yeah, there is lately so many, language courses, but, as I can say, yeah, we in USD, we make sure, yeah, people have skill if they pass any exam on a certain level. So, yeah, there are different requirements for different, yeah, universities and all purposes. You want to go to Germany, you want, or Austria or Swiss, right? If you want to go like for au pair, yeah, I think still A2 is okay, yeah, but like minimum for Ausbildung or yeah, like working in Germany and also for studying is B1, but even some are moving up to B2. Yeah, lately. And yeah, like
C1
for
or B2.
medical is C1, right? Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Jacob. And how about Alberto in a campus Spain? Maybe you can also help to share about, for
Yes,
example,
very quick, Ali. I know there are a lot of questions, so to keep it short, B1 is the minimum level required for all the Spanish universities. Some of them might require the B2, but this is an exception. B1 will be the common language for all the Spanish universities to be accepted. If you have a previous language, if you have a previous level in Spanish language, you can start from, so with Campus Spain, teachers will make a level test at the beginning of the course. So if you have a previous level, you can start in the level that you have. You don't have to start from zero, okay? But you have to achieve the B1 to be allowed to be admitted in Spanish universities.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. Thank you, Alberto. And Philip, can you share a little bit for us as well?
Yeah, just Jakob said most of it already, and it's similar in Germany. Just for I think it's important to know that if you want to study in Germany, the Studienkolleg is really important, and to enter a Studienkolleg, you need B2 level. But as Jakob said, if, for example, you wanted to do an Ausbildung, so vocational training in Germany, B1 level might be enough or sufficient, or au pair, it's usually A1 even. And then people go to Germany and learn the language while they're in the country, or to Austria or Switzerland. As Alberto said, it's the same with us. If you already
Sorry,
you mute,
Philip.
Philip.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
you are on mute. Okay, yeah, you're back.
Sorry. As Alberto said about the placement test, we also have this offer, of course. If you know some German beforehand, come and meet one of our teachers, and we try to find the best course for you to reach your goal as fast as possible.
Okay, all right. That's it, Philip? Okay, thank you so much.
That was on purpose. Hopefully
right.
that answers Ranya's question, and greetings to Suvan.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then we have the second questions about the about your institution also. So this is addressed to Philip, Goethe-Institut. I heard that some studies such as psychology or maybe medical needs higher proficiency level, either in German, Austria, or maybe in Spain, other than the studies program, for example, social studies, which is it's required in a B2 level proficiency. So this is kind of like a confirmation. Is that true? If the students wants to study in some kind of the psychology, medicals, other than the social studies programs, it's going to be require B2 level, or it depends on the university itself? So maybe Philip can answer this question, and then I will follow to Alberto and also Jakob.
I think it, thank you for the question. I think as Jakob mentioned earlier before, there is also in Germany some universities or programs that require a higher level of proficiency, and it could be C1. We had a couple of students that already have a first degree in medicine in Indonesia, and they are planning to do their second degree or their specialty in Germany. And they finish B2 and go to Germany and continue their studies, and they need to prove that they have C1 later. But it depends really on the university and the program. And I would recommend to maybe visit our colleagues from the German Academic Exchange Service, the DAAD. I think they also have a booth to online, and they usually have the best information about what the exact requirements are for entering a university in Germany.
Okay, thank you so much, Jakob, for that.
And the exam. We can offer the course and the exam if you know that you need it. Yeah.
All right. Okay, thank you so much. And Alberto, over to you.
Okay, so in Spain, medical studies should be mostly done in Spanish language, first of all. There's only one private university that offer a medical course in English. The rest will be completely Spanish taught programs. Why is that?
Oh, all right.
Spain has a very practical formation for medicine studies. It's actually one of the countries that has the most prestigious universities for medical studies in Europe. A lot of European students come to Spain to take these medical studies, psychology, veterinary, nursing. It's a very practical formation. So from the second year and third year, depending on the degree, you will have to start having classes in hospitals. And for that reason, you will have to be able to communicate with patients, with real life patients. This means that this communication will be held in Spanish language, of course. Again, Spain is not a typical English-speaking country, so most of the communication with these people will be done in Spanish. But to be able to be admitted in the universities for medical studies or for other healthcare-related studies, there will be no additional language request. The B1 will be the same level required to access to this bachelor's degree in medical field.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Alberto. Okay, and how about USD, Jakob? Can you share with us?
Well, of course, there is in Austria. Yeah, there are 22 universities and yeah, yeah, 10 comprehensive and specialized universities, 6 universities of the arts, 3 medical universities, yeah, in Austria, and 3 technical universities, and also like 16 private universities and 21 universities of applied science, and 14 colleges of teacher education. So the point is, those all can be with different language proficiency level, maybe, yeah. But yeah, as like Philip already said, it might be different from from the point you from the from the subject you want to study, yeah, and yeah, sorry. And yeah, for psychology, I think this is something between, yeah, like social and medical. So yeah, B1 is maybe 2 less. Yeah, C1 is not yet needed, but yeah, at least B2 should be. Yeah. And from my point of view, I can say, if someone finishes B2 USD exam, this is quite good level already, and yeah, C1 will be even higher. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it, Jacob.
Yeah, so
All right.
far.
Yeah, thank you so much. Well, actually, we have so many questions, but please do not worry. You always can have a direct consultation, either in person, also can visit the virtual booth by today. As we approach the end of our session, I just want to have one questions and then follow up with your closing statement, like a short, briefly, a word about your organization or institution. So this question is about on your personal point of view, on how many years, average years, that if we decide to study in Spain, in German, and also in Austria or Swiss, how many years that you can advise for the international students, especially to prepare in terms of the language as well, and also the academic requirements. So after these questions, you also can immediately promote your institutions on this session. So I'm going to give this floor to Alberto, Campus Spain. Please, the floor is
Sally.
yours.
Okay,
Yeah.
so first of all, the duration to achieve the fluency needed again. With Campus Spain, usually most of the students that we receive, like 90% of the students approximately that we receive, have zero previous level of Spanish. So they start really from zero, and they achieve a B1 level or a B2 level in Spanish language in just one academic year. Spain is not a really difficult language to start speaking. It's true that there are certain things in grammar and in vocabulary that to speak it perfectly will take some time. But once you are enrolled in the university and probably your first language, your day-to-day language will be Spanish, you will see that your language skills will improve much faster. I mentioned in the beginning that we have 2 annual intakes in our program, in our pathway program, one for one academic year starting in September and lasting until July. The students that we receive for this academic year usually achieve the B2 level in Spanish in just this academic year, 10 months. The semester option starting in January and lasting until July, usually we don't have enough time to arrive to achieve the B2 level, but the B1 level is guaranteed in this semester option as well. This would be mostly the answer to my question, Sally. I will use my turn of word as well to say that again, Campus Spain, our main aim is to help you international students to come to Spain.
Yeah.
We are focused on the language, of course. Again, this is the requirement that you will have to access to most of the universities in Spain. But again, this is a complete package of services that include much more than the language. We do the cultural activities. We do the adaptation to university life. We have academic counseling sessions for you if you have doubts between the programs that you want to study, that you want to pursue. We help you with that. You will be able to do trial classes of different subjects if you have doubts again. So you can choose the subjects that you want to participate in the lectures while doing the pathway program. So you will see how the subjects are taught in Spain, and you will also be able to choose your path having this reference. A lot of services more that we include. You just focus on learning the language. We deal with all the rest of the services. We do the applications to the university for you, and we guarantee you that you will be admitted in at least one of your preferred choices for studying in Spain. Again, if you have any doubts, we will be available for a one-to-one consultation anytime. You can also, so my colleague Anton is here in the chat resolving questions as well. So most of you that have addressed questions to us will have answered them as well. But in any case, it's been a pleasure to participate in this meeting, in this online meeting. Sally, thank you for organizing this. And thank you for all of you attending to this and listening to us. From our side, that would be all. Thanks again. And I pass the word.
Okay, thank you so much, Alberto. So Campus Spain will guarantee you to have a smooth landing when you decide to study in Spain in terms of the language, culture, and also the academy. Okay, and I want to hear also from Jacob Pringle from the USD. Please, the floor is yours.
Okay, thanks. Again, for the language, in Austria, Swiss, and Germany, we suggest to start learning at least at the age of 15, maybe. For sure, young people are still visiting school, so just come to extensive course, maybe in for example, Spitzenstudium as like certified partner, and when you can learn in the extensive course, later come to the intensive classes after school finishing. When there is like international if you have IB or bachelor, but IB, or Cambridge A-level, for that, you can go directly to Austria, for example, to Germany. You have to visit foundation school, Studienkolleg, but there are people who help with all the necessary requirements and can come to our partner, and then people will help, and for sure make sure you go to Germany or Austria or Swiss.
Or Swiss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's it, Jacob?
Yeah, so far.
All right.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you so much. And last but not the least,
I will. Sorry. I will be also personally, and people can ask to the virtual booth right here, and also if someone wants to ask me or something, I will be here in Jakarta on the 11th and 12th also, and also there will be someone in Surabaya and London also.
Yes, they can meet you and your team in a person.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Give it to Philip, please.
Yes, thank you. It's a bit difficult to compete with Alberto. He makes it sound so easy to find a place in a Spanish university. It's I think what we offer is similar, but if you have the time to study intensively, you can reach B2 level within a year at the Goethe-Institut in Jakarta or Bandung or in Surabaya. My German. If you have the chance to start studying earlier and a little less intense, as Jakob also mentioned earlier, as I said, we offer classes that are less extensive and start from the age of 13. You might be at the level of B2 by the time you finish high school, and it makes it a bit easier to do the next steps. We also have Goethe-Institutes in Germany. So if somebody has a chance to study there, I used to be a teacher in Berlin at the Goethe-Institut, and our students also within a year reach the level of B2. Some find it easier to learn in an environment where you can speak German all the time, as you would be if you were in Spain, for example, studying with Alberto. But it's Alberto's team, sorry, and we'd be really happy to give you some more information at the virtual booth today. We will also be in person in Jakarta, Surabaya, and Bandung the few days. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And also visit our libraries and immerse yourself in some German culture and language here in Jakarta, Bandung, and Surabaya, or maybe in one of our institutes in Germany if you have a chance. Thank you so much.
All right. Once again, thank you so much, Philip, Alberto, and Jakob, of course, on behalf of the organizing team. And thank you also for the audience today for their active engagement. You can always visit their website, and do not worry, you still have a chance to visit the university representative, country representative as well, and language institution at our virtual booth today, and will be available until 6 p.m. So get the opportunity as well to meet in person at the university as well at our education fair in Jakarta, Bandung, and Surabaya. And for more information, you always can visit as well virtual.ehef.id. Stay tuned for more session in Auditorium 2, and we'll be right back. Thank you. Goodbye. Have a nice day, Philip, Jakob, and also Alberto.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
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 Thank you very much, Sally. Goodbye.
Yes.
Bye.